good. All right, thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is the official Fight Week press conference ahead of Saturday Night Boxing, live on BT Sport. The return of the EBU European welterweight champion David Avanesyan. He takes on the unbeaten Finn Oskari Metz. And in co-main event, we have Hamzah Shiraz stepping up to middleweight. And he takes on the Can Man, Jez Smith. The man making it all happen is the Can Man himself, the purse bid-winning king, Frank Warren. How are we, Frank? Tee this one up for us.
Well, I'll do what I can. I'm good. Everything's good. This is... I'm looking forward to this show on Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing the two guys to my right in action. They've got two really, I think, decent opponents. I think I'm going to get the best out of them. For us to sign David was, I think, was a coup. He obviously is impressed in his performances over here, and put in some tremendous knockouts. He's shown what a true warrior he is. He's ranked number 2 by the WBC, and I think being based here with Neil Marsh, his manager, and Carl Greaves, who's done a fantastic job training him. I think he's probably one of the most exciting fighters based in the UK at the moment. And this is his first fight for us, so he's been very patient. He signed for us in October, so he's going to be out, and hopefully he's going to come through this fight and set himself up for a really big contest this year with the WBC.
And before we speak to the fighters joining us today, a quick nod to the undercard as well, Frank. I mean, there's some terrific matches on there. Mark Chamberlain, Jeff Afori. I was surprised when I saw that one. That's probably the toughest fight of Mark Chamberlain's career.
It is, but you know, Mark's a real good competitor. He's looked really good since he's turned professional. I'm really pleased the way he's come through. It's a tough fight for him, as you say, but you know, if you want to get to the top, these are the sort of opponents you've got to beat. And I think he's a very capable, as I say, exciting fighter, and I think he's got some good big fights ahead of him, provided he comes through on Saturday.
One of those big fights ahead of him could well be Sam Noakes, who another lightweight tearing it up. He's defending his title on the same show. Are you doing something here, Frank? Are you sort of putting them on the same show to build up a fight between them?
Well, if their paths do cross, and maybe they will, the time it does happen, providing they both keep winning, it's going to be a fantastic fight. I mean, we've never been shy about matching the best in our camp, and Sam's, you know, I like everything I see about Sam. I think he's an excellent fighter. It's the first defence of his WBC international silver title, and Finiello, I think, will give him a tough fight and a good fight. But down the road, these two guys come through. You can see them topping the bill in a big fight that I'm sure that everybody will buy into.
Dennis McCann returns. So there's Dennis McCann in his first title fight, and also young Royston Barney Smith makes his debut. I know you're excited about both these lads.
Well, I am. You know, Dennis, when I signed him, I was thrilled from promotion perspective. I mean, I liked everything I see about him as an amateur. I like him as a person. He's very engaging. He's a nice guy, really nice guy, and he's a bit of a cheeky chappy, but I like that in somebody. He's very confident, and this is his first title. He's still only a young guy. He's got a lot to do yet. I mean, he thinks he's the finished article now, but he's still got a little bit of a way to go. But this is a good fight for him against Charles Tondo. And hopefully he'll come through. And again, he can get in some big fights this year. He just needs a bit more experience, a bit more maturity, physically, as you know, and he will grow into that. And I think you're going to see something special with him. And as for Royston Barney Smith, I'm delighted to have signed him. You know, he's got a fabulous record. He's 50 fights as an amateur, won 45 of them, 2-time European champion, 18 years of age. He's following in, from an age perspective, the same as Ricky Hatton, Nassim Hamid, Amir Khan, all turned pro at that age, and we all see what they went on to do. So he feels that he's capable of emulating what they've done. He's set his goal out as being the youngest ever British world champion. That's a bit of an ask for anybody, but he believes in himself, and I don't want to pile too much pressure on him, but we have, and I'm looking forward to seeing him making his debut on Saturday. You know, this is a good card. There's something for everybody, and there's some really good fights to be seen on there.
Well, let's talk to the fighters that have joined us at the top table. Let's start with the middleweights. Now, I say middleweights, Jez, but I've seen you at welterweight. I've seen you at super welterweight. I think you've had a fight at super middleweight. What are you?
Anyway.
He's a fighter, that's what he is.
Listen, like Frank just said, I'm a fighter. I like fighting. I want to be in exciting fights. I believe I belong on the big stage, you know, with all my fights. So I bring excitement. It's nice to get notice on fights. Obviously, you know, especially this one. I've had a long time to prepare for it. Obviously, I'm used to taking fights on 5 days' notice, 10 days' notice. So, yeah, I'm really excited for Saturday.
So what sort of Jez Smith can we see? We've seen, you know, you always give your all. You're always in a good fight, win or lose. This time you've had notice. This time you've had a camp. How much of a difference is that going to make?
Oh, massively. You're going to see the best Jez Smith on Saturday night. And I truly believe that I will get through Hamzah Shiraz on Saturday night.
It's a big opportunity. You get yourself a belt as well, WBC International Silver title as well. I mean, was it an instant yes as soon as this was presented to you?
It's always an instant yes. You know, I believe in my ability. Anyone I fight is an instant yes. You know, if the numbers are right and I'm getting paid well for it, then I'm there to fight. You know, I'm a fighter at the end of the day. I don't say no to any fight. I probably won't ever say no to any fight. Like I said, I believe in my ability. So, yeah, I'm ready for Saturday.
Those fights that you lost, if you had had a full camp, how do you think they would have gone?
I believe I win. And I will show that on Saturday. You know, with a full camp, you'll see the best Jez Smith.
1 second. You guys at the back having private press conference, can you keep it down?
Told. Jez, crack on. Look, I think you pretty much answered that question, but what I will ask you, there's a fella at the end of the table there called Hamzah Shiraz. He's got a bit of promotional backing. He's a bit of a golden boy around here. What do you see when you look at him?
Just another fighter, you know, wanting to fight. So at the end of the day, like, it doesn't bother me who's there at the end of the table, whether it's Mike Tyson or anyone. I don't fear anyone. You know, at the end of the day, and I believe in my ability. He obviously believes in his ability. And Saturday night, you know, he's in for a shock.
What did you think of his fight with Bradley Skeet?
It is what it is. You know, he won't get away with any of that funny business with me, I'll tell you that. So, and if he stands there and has a fight with me, then more fool him. You know, I'll meet fire with fire, no problem.
What have you seen in him that makes you confident that if he stands and has a trade-up with you, that you'll come out on top?
Listen, we'll see on Saturday, you know. He's used to getting his own way. He's always used to getting his own way, bullying people back, doing this, doing that, you know. And then when he went in with Bradley Skeet, who actually outboxed him for the majority of the fight, he didn't know what to do because he's used to just going forward, you know. And if he wants to stand there with me and have a fight, then he'll come unstuck because he's had a fight with people and then balled him over because they haven't hit him back. I'm going to hit him back, and I'm going to hit him more back. So we're going to see. I'm ready to meet fire with fire, and I'm ready to dismantle him on Saturday.
Well, this is his middleweight debut. You've been handpicked as an opponent. Has it been a mistake?
For sure. Especially with giving me notice. I'm one of them fighters you can see, like, where I've always said yes. You know, I'm a high risk, low reward. You know, people don't want to fight me on 5 weeks notice or 10 weeks notice, or, you know, I've had a long time to prepare for this fight. They want to fight me on 6 days notice, 10 days notice, because they know that, you know, I'm not going to be in the best shape or the best fitness, and he's given me that golden opportunity. So you think I'm going to come here on Saturday and not take that with both hands? You must be mad.
Hamzah, are we all mad?
No, listen, first of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty Allah for giving me the opportunity to be here today with my team. obviously like to say massive thanks to Frank, to Andy Alien, my father, Taz, everyone involved. And listen, I'm just looking forward to Saturday night. I've been wanting to get in the ring ever since my last fight, to put the wrongs right, and here we are.
Why Jez Smith for you?
To be honest with you, is the name they put in front of me. The name they put in front of me, and he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's going to bring the A game like he said he is. This is the first fight he's actually had a camp to prepare for. So, I mean, in terms of Saturday night when I do get the win, there should be no credibility taken away from me that it was just Jez Smith, this, that, the other. Listen, it's the best version of him coming, and it's the best version of me. So, like I said, come Saturday night, I'll come out on top 100%, and I don't want no credibility taken away.
Well, you must be looking at his fights with the likes of Kevin Ajarko, Brad Ray, other middleweights, who have beaten him. Are you looking to make more of a statement than they did?
To be honest with you, not really. It's not really like my performance against them. I need to look good Saturday night, because obviously from my last fight, this fight ain't about just getting a win. It's about getting the win and getting it in great fashion, because I can't afford another performance like I had last time, and I know that, we know that, and I've been in America working hard, and me, Ricky, we've been working extra hard, to be fair, like working on the simple things, and hopefully Saturday night I can show that.
Well, he says you've made a mistake picking him as the opponent. Any thoughts?
They all say I made a mistake. Everyone says that all the time. Do you know what I mean? Ever since I fought Ryan Kelly, I think everyone said the same thing. I mean, it does get a bit repetitive, but I think I'm gaining that experience now, and I've kind of heard it all before.
You said it all before, Jez. Don't know if you want to say anything back on that.
We'll see on Saturday night. I'll let my fist do the talking.
That's it.
Good fight.
It's a good fight. Frank, I wanted to just get the whole Bradley Skeet thing out there. So obviously that fight happened. You guys offered a rematch, and the rematch didn't happen, and then Bradley Skeet may have retired. That's all in the past now.
Well, of course it is. We made the offer to Bradley. We had a date for him in February, but unfortunately he was banned from boxing because of his stoppage. So we pushed it back to March, and he just, he didn't want it. He's made his decision, and I think quite rightly, to retire. In the meantime, Hamzah's stepped up now to middleweight. He's making his debut, and that's, I think, going to be a more comfortable weight for him. We got signed a new 3-year deal with him, which I'm absolutely delighted with. But, Jez is, I know one thing's for sure with him. He's going to be, you ain't going to look for a slight of doubt in anyone who wants to give their all. He's coming to fight. And Hamzah's got to be at the top of his game. And as I say, he's moved up, and I'm delighted this fight is on. This is going to be a good fight. And I think for Hamzah, this is a fight where he can show everybody, that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with in that middleweight division. But, you can't take anything for granted in boxing. Anything can happen. And I'm sure Jez is going to, and I know he will, come to upset the odds.
Hamzah, just one final one. You are moving up to middleweight. You were knocking out most guys at super welterweight. Have you still got the power?
I believe so. Listen, sparring's been great in America. I've been sparring the Ronald Gavril, who's a 175 fighter now. So, and I've been holding more than my own with him. Done plenty of rounds with him, and the move up to middleweight should be great.
Jez, I just want to get your final sort of fight prediction for Saturday night. How do you see this one playing out?
I'm going to win on Saturday. What does he do if he don't come through Saturday? What does he do at middleweight? Does he drop back down to super welterweight? That's the question for him. What does he do? Because I will beat him on Saturday at middleweight.
Well, the fight is at middleweight. That's where we're at. We can't take it down to any other way. It's a middleweight fight, and you two guys, I know you're going to deliver to the public. That's what this is all about. Good fights, competitive fights, and this will be a good competitive fight. It's not a fight that's going to go the distance, white last, and I don't mean being disrespectful to anybody, but the way you two guys fight, someone's going to go over.
Hamzah, right of reply and also your final prediction ahead of Saturday night.
Final prediction is going to be an Hamzah Shiraz win. It's going to be a win in good fashion. I've worked too hard for anything else to happen. And yeah.
All right, thank you, Hamzah. Thank you, Jez. Oskari Metz, welcome to the UK. Good to have you here. I was even more pleased to hear that you speak perfectly good English, probably better than mine. So that was good. A lot of people avoid this guy, David Avanesyan. You've stepped up. You've said, yeah, I'll fight him. How come?
Of course. Well, he has the belt that I want. And look, I have to challenge myself. If he's at the top of the world rankings, why should I not fight him? So if I'm presented that opportunity, I have to take it, don't I? So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm very happy to be here.
So this is someone, we were talking earlier, this is a name, David Avanesyan, that you've been keeping an eye on for a couple of years. You've seen him up in the rankings. Did you always think that this fight would happen?
Well, you never know what's going to happen, but I figured there's a possibility.
Tell us about your style then. For those that haven't seen you box, what sort of fighter is Oskari Metz?
It's hard to analyze myself. I do what I need to win.
What have you seen in David Avanesyan to make you think that you will come away with the win on Saturday?
That's a secret.
Ooh, we don't like secrets here. We don't like secrets, but
Secret Service.
Secret Service. But you must have studied him a little bit. You must have watched some of his fights.
I watched his fights. I watched his fight with Josh Kelly live. It was a very entertaining fight, and yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Were you looking at potential flaws in that? Things that he doesn't do so well, things that you could exploit if you ever got the chance?
A little bit.
It's all a secret, isn't it? This is all very secretive, Oskari. But a great opportunity for you.
Absolutely.
And how much would it mean to become the European champion for yourself and for Finland on Saturday night?
In Finland, the EBU title is very, very respected. I mean, in Europe in general, but in Finland, it holds a lot of history. So I would put my name in those history books.
For David Avanesyan, there's been a lot of talk about other fights. There's been talk about how he's so high up in the rankings, he could get a fight with Keith Thurman, Errol Spence in the future. There's been talk of Conor Benn, all of these guys, but no one's ever talked really about you. Do you feel as though you've been sort of overlooked and you can blindside him?
No. I mean, I stand where I stand in the rankings, and those rankings are just rankings. I mean, if you look at BoxRec and their point system, it's a great system, but it only says what it says. And the EBU ranks me at number 11 in Europe, and that's what got me the opportunity.
Well, he is on a streak of 5 knockouts in a row. Tell us why Oskari Metz won't be number 6.
I'm in a streak of never having been knocked out. So.
It's a good streak as well.
Never been knocked down.
It's a very good streak. Well, let's speak to the EBU welterweight champion, David Avanesyan. Welcome. You're developing a bit of a fan base here in the UK. I saw you signing posters and sending them out. Happy to be fighting in front of your adopted fans now?
Yes, mate, 100%. Hello, everybody. I'm happy. Free time have fight. Wembley's medal fight is. I want to say thank you for Frank Warren and thank you for my team. Is giving me this opportunity and this fight. Many problem about this fight is my team give every to best 100% is David stay fight and Saturday I have fight. I'm happy. Thank you.
You were ordered to fight Virgil Ortiz. That was a fight that we were expecting now, and there was a lot of excitement about that fight. What is your understanding as to why no Virgil Ortiz on Saturday?
Listen, I don't know now is why no fight is before I together for my team wait and stand for fight Virgil Ortiz. Why is WBC say number 1 need fight number 2, number 1 Ortiz, number 2 David Avanesyan. It's me my team wait about fight day. Is you see Virgil Ortiz check different ways, different title. And I'm training before, I'm training anytime, understand? I need fight.
It's called he don't fancy it.
Correct.
We say over he doesn't fancy the
Yeah,
fight. He don't want to fight you. That's why he's not fighting. He's ducked out of it. It was a fight ordered by the WBC. We thought we were there. And that's why we're here today. That fight didn't happen, so David's got to be busy. And he's busy.
I ain't been busy. And when my team sees no possible fight about for Oscar Virgil Ortiz, is give me different fight.
Yeah.
I need being active, and it's good for me. I need fight. It's Saturday. I have fight.
Well, question for both of you. So, obviously, look, our thoughts are with Virgil Ortiz, who's going through health problems at the moment. He's had to pull out of his fight, but that fight hasn't happened. There was talk of Conor Benn. Obviously, he didn't want it either. I'm sure he's got his own reasons.
Do I feel it?
Both of you, yeah. Like no one wants to fight you, David.
No one wants to fight him. I mean, it's hard work. We made a very good offer for Conor Benn to fight him. And the reasons they came back why they didn't want the fight was pretty ridiculous, really. They said no one knows who he is. Well, he's ranked number 2 in the WBC. There's something to fight for. You grab that position. They have seen him in this country, and they've seen him in America. He's had twice in America now, and he had a very good win out there, on TV out there. So all those things are ridiculous, plus the fact he's European champion and defended that title 5 times. Look, this is his first fight with us. We're delighted that he's on board. I mean, you know, this is like, for me, as a promoter, it's brilliant. You know, we've got a guy who's proved himself in this country on other people's shows, and now he's with us, and I think we're going to get the best of him because he's in a position to fight. You know, with Oskari, he's that guy who could upset all the plans. He's got a great opportunity. He's undefeated. Undefeated fighters, you never know until they step in the ring with your man how good they really are. We will find out. He's confident. He fancies the job. But I think David, in my opinion, I think he's one of the best welterweights in the world. I genuinely believe that.
Well, David, I came to your gym a few weeks back, and you told me you're not into all the chat.
Yeah, and listen, I know a bit. So boxing is show, understand, to speak bad about, to give. I'm a fighter. I know this is hard work, understand. I know my opponent had hard work. It's many fighters. Why I respect for fight. Listen, respect inside, or outside, and go fight. Inside is what you want to tell. You show for inside, understand. Many people ask me about Conor Benn. Many English fans, is Spanish, and world. I never say I need fight Conor Benn. Understand? Yeah, I tell anytime. It's possibly for world title. Why no? If people want, why no? I'm ready. Understand? I'm ready for. I tell again is for world title. Anybody, Spence, Ugas. Crawford is tomorrow. Now focus only this fight. Understand? I need win this fight, and after my team together see is tomorrow call WB on WB say you need to fight Crawford. I check for this fight.
You're ready to go. Look,
I'm ready to go.
Another thing you said when I came to see you, you said you're not into the chat, and that when you see your opponent, you just think, I want to break them. Is that what you think when you look at Oskari? Do you just look at a man that you want to break?
Listen, this is my job. I go inside, I need give work, I need break my opponent, understand? This Oskari maybe not a different guy. It's not possible for me to sit down, my opponent Oskari and different guy, understand? I want one is I need win this fight. About me, about my team, about my family, about my children, about everything. For my people, understand, it's my life.
Exactly. He's a wrecking machine. That's what he's saying. He's going to go out there and do the business and look good doing it.
Well,
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Break 'em, wreck 'em, whatever you want to call it. That's what he does.
It sounds like Oskari, nothing personal. He wants to wreck anyone, so it's.
Oh,
But he
that's-
does. He does.
Of course, and I mean, Avenesyan is a very respectable person. He just said he has great values, family and everything, and that's great. It's not personal for me either. I like him a lot, as based on what I've seen. And but in the ring, we're fighting, and that's
It's
it.
2 men.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, we'll do our business then.
Good.
Well, let me ask you this, David. The OVO Arena, Wembley, is a good arena for you.
Very good, man. I have stayed again 3 times for Wembley. I like is. Thank you for England, give me opportunity. 3 times for Wembley Arena is number 1 top fight, and is.
Good man.
So tell me
I'm happy,
this.
yeah, good.
Josh Kelly, Wembley Arena, knockout. Is it Liam Taylor,
Taylor.
Wembley Arena, knockout. Oskari Metz, Wembley Arena.
Listen, I never think about knockout, understand? Is when you think only about knockout, it's not possible, it's not good. I go inside ring, it's possibly I check my time. It's possible, I know only one, I need to win this fight. I need to win this fight, and after I not 6 weeks, not see my family, see my children, my key people, and as I go home and enjoy life, understand? Little bit rest. It's wait when my team call me, say, David, you need again fight. Now, need win this fight, and after look about, I believe, world title.
Okay, look, endless respect between the fighters, which is what we like. Not so much me, but Oskari, tell us what's going to happen on Saturday night, your final prediction.
I don't make predictions either. We just have to go and perform, and the better man will win, the better man that night. And I'd like to make one correction. You guys were talking, Mr. Warren, and you, that no one wants to fight David, but I do. So.
What was that?
He said he was correcting us. We said David's avoided. No one wants to fight him. He said, but I do. So
There you go.
here he is.
No attitude in the noise, just in the voice. Just, I really do want to fight, and I'm happy to be here.
And he's got the shot on Saturday night. David, your final words, final thoughts. What's going to happen on Saturday?
Listen, Saturday, David, I don't know what time I fight. 10 o'clock and 12:30, go inside ring is check my job, understand, is give everything, and I do my best. See Saturday, understand everything.
We will. Frank, final words to yourself. BT Sports Saturday night, OVO Arena, Wembley. Finish us off.
Well, look, I think it's been a good fight card. You've got best of everything here. Well-rated fighters, young guys making their debut, stars of today and tomorrow. It's the best of British boxing and world boxing. So I'm looking forward to it. There are a few tickets left still on axs.com. But I think we're going to get a really good night's boxing. So tune in on BT and you'll see some really good fights.
All right, we'll see you Saturday night. Note to all the fighters here, please see Scott and get your photo done before you leave. We're going to get some photos done ourselves down the front here. Let's get some face-offs. All very respectful. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks, guys.